Scoreboard Show with Nick Norris and Patrick Hanna. Presented by Bevel State Community College, Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, Pie Factory of Jasper, and Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick and GMC.
Welcome back to the WJLX Scoreboard Show. I am Nick Norris, and with me is the great Patrick Hanna. How are we doing tonight?
Doing good. We had a little more time this week to be able to kind of get some things ready. We didn't come in on two wheels.
That's right. That's right. A little bit more time. I still feel like we are floundering here, but that's okay. We're going to make this all happen tonight. We're going to be talking about all of the high school games of the week, as we always do. All of the finals. We are waiting on one more to go final. We think it probably has. We're just waiting on that report, and we just got it. Okay, so we're going to go through all of those in just a moment here on the WJLX Scoreboard Show. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. We hope that you got out into the community, got to watch a game live. But if you didn't, you can always stream one of our games on Facebook or listen on the radio. Tonight on the WJLX page, we had the Jasper game, as we were happy to host. Sipsey Valley, Jasper winning big, 62-27. But if you're not as interested in Jasper, would like to watch another game, our Walker County game of the week was 26-22 in Hell County's favor over Oakman. Another great game that we were happy to get to stream today. So let's go through this list real quick. We'll start with Jasper, as we are both Jasper City School employees. Do a little Homer work real quick here. Jasper 62-27. It was senior nights, and we got all the festivities out early. And it seemed like those festivities kind of got in the way a little bit. That first quarter. It's a little scary quarter.
Man, I wonder what the Guinness Book of World Record is for flags in the first quarter, because I think we were pretty close in being able to break it, because I didn't think that first quarter was ever going to end. But once we kind of settled things down, we started playing our ball. If you really look at the matchup with Sipsey Valley, there's a lot of similarities with Brookwood in that matchup. They have the size in that aspect, but we utilize our speed once we kind of calm things down. And, Micaiah Pledger had a kind of a calm night last week, but he made up for it tonight.
Oh,
and he basically, lit the fire under everybody. And I was glad to see, our twos and threes. A lot of our JV kids got in that fourth quarter. So more experience, more playing time for that next man up mentality. And for me as a coach, that's motivation. Yeah. That's motivation for those players to be like, hey, if we do our job, we're going to be able to get some playing time in there. And a lot of those young guys had some good hits on defense.
They did, and big plays all around. There was either a mom or a sister, I'm going to say a sister, that was in the gold room with us when I was keeping the scoreboard updated, and she was excited to see whoever her little guy was out there, a younger kid, get to go out there and play, and that was a lot of fun to see.
It was, and having those guys on junior high and seeing them still out there, it just warms my heart that they stuck with it, and they're putting in that work in the weight room. They're putting the work in the practice to be able to get those reps. I was tickled to death to see them be able to get out there and showcase their talents.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just looking here on the Jasper Athletics page. We upload all the score updates and all the big play updates. And it just looks like a Micaiah Pledger fan page.
Yeah.
There's so many that we posted of him. We got to get some different photos of him. So
there's a reason why a lot of colleges are looking at him.
Yes, very much so. And like we said, that final 62-27, Micaiah Pledger, he had 3 touchdowns that made up part of that 62 points. And look at some others also had a great game too.
He did.
A couple touchdowns of the year and one running the ball on a big run he ran. I believe Micaiah Pledger's biggest run was 63 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, it was 63. I want to say, I think that was in the first half, I think.
Yes, it was the first half. Yes, he didn't play much in the second half after a little bit in the third quarter.
Right, and we came out of the gate second half. I mean, Zion Koger returned the kick and stuff and really kind of lit a fire there too.
Well, I talked to some of the coaching staff during the halftime, and the score wasn't that obscene at halftime. It was we were up by 20 points. I don't remember the exact score, maybe 34-14.
Yeah, it's 34-14.
And they were not content. They were like, well, we still don't really feel good just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think by going into the fourth quarter, they felt pretty good.
I could tell that Coach Reeves was preparing in his mind a speech because his face looked so red on the sidelines. I mean, I felt like I could have cooked some scrambled eggs. I mean, he was fired up because of the penalties, because it was basically just undisciplined penalties, and you could tell that the coaches were pulling them off once they saw who it was flagged on, coaching them up, telling them, hey, it's not our football. And the thing that I really like, because there was some points that looked like it was going to get a little chippy between both schools, and our guys kept pointing to the scoreboard, say, hey, just look over there, look over there.
That's all you got to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's two weeks a year that you kind of expect that to happen, and it's senior night and homecoming.
Yes.
You know, you have all those festivities before the game, and no matter how prepared you are and locked in you are, that stuff is a distraction. As much as it is a celebration, and that's the most important thing. But if you're a player and a competitor, it is a distraction. It is difficult to reconcile those two things and to find that space to make mama happy and get her on the field and give her flowers, and also to stay game ready.
That's right.
It is difficult. And so those are the two games that you usually see a sloppy first quarter or first half, and props to those guys for figuring it out pretty quick. Like you said, some little mental mistakes with the flags, but nothing they couldn't fix up. I got to be on the field when they were warming up, and some of the underclassmen were even kind of holding some of the seniors accountable, like, hey, our energy's bad. We got to pick it up. Right. Which is great to see, too.
Exactly.
You need that leadership at all levels.
Exactly. I mean, to me, it would motivate me as an upperclassman and hold me in check seeing that a freshman, and we have some that are eighth graders out there, and they're sitting there saying, hey, you're not helping us get locked in. I mean, you're not focused. And to me, that just showcased the leadership from Coach Reeves all the way down about that accountability aspect. And so that was something that I just really kind of enjoy. And one thing that I like about how we do our senior celebration is that it's just not the football players. I mean, they recognize the band, they recognize the cheerleaders, ROTC, the athletic trainers. I mean, everybody that has a hand in Friday Night Lights gets recognized. And I just think that is just awesome.
Well, speaking of recognition, you want to come on in?
Yeah, come on in, bud.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Pretty good. You want to take a seat? Sit down, man. Come on in if you want to. Feel free to. No? Good? Oh, okay. Good to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
All right. We'll hop on in here. If we can,
we can slide this over.
Appreciate you, Patrick.
Yeah, bud.
All right. How's it going? You had a good night.
Going pretty good. It was a really good game in Oakman. Of course, the Oakman Wildcats falling just short, 26-22 to Hale County.
Right.
But they played hard, especially if Tyler Thomas got hurt in the first half when they were down big, and we thought, oh, this is over.
Yeah.
And Barrett Painter at quarterback led his team on a fantastic comeback. They fell just short.
So Painter, is that the coach's son?
It is the coach's son.
Okay. Cool. Very nice. Awesome. Yeah. That final score, 26-22, you could have caught that on Facebook. The live stream is still up there. Feel free to go back and watch the replay. Get you some highlights if you played in that game or your son or whoever played in that game. Very cool. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about this game. Like we said, the final there, Hale County 26, Oakman 22. So what all kind of stuck out to you in this game, and what kind of made it stand out to you?
Well, Hale County, they ran the ball almost the entire time. They might not have thrown it 5 times the entire game. Those 5 passes, they made the most of them. There was a 60-something yard touchdown pass. The quarterback had perfect accuracy, but they never threw it.
Yeah.
And it really didn't matter. But when the run game was shut down late, Hale County never tried to transition into a passing game, and that's what Oakman nearly took advantage of. But the Hale County defense was too much for them. To be honest, the Oakman defense played pretty well in the second half. So the second half was really defensive. Both defenses were fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely check that out. I'm going to go back and watch the replay of a lot of that too. We need to figure out how we can start clipping some highlight reels together.
Yeah,
and
that would be
as well.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm sure there's a way we can do that. Well, let's keep going down our list now. We've talked about Jasper and Sipsey Valley. We've talked a little bit about Hale County and Oakman, and we'll talk more about them here in a minute. But let's go through our list of our finals here, as we now have all the finals of our Walker County teams, Walker County area teams, I should say. Coroner taking. What is that matchup called? What do we call it?
County Line Clash.
The County Line Clash. Corner taking the County Line Clash 36-6 over Dora. I know it has a different name on social media. We won't get into it.
Yeah, we won't
So
get into
that's the one that always my brain always goes to. I didn't want to say that.
We'll leave that one to James Phillips.
There you go. Corner winning though, 36-6. That's always a fun game to go to. Also,
absolutely.
Yeah, I used to go to that one every year in high school. If usually we would be off that week and we'd be able to go, and That was a fun one. Winston County over Meek, 46-22. I hate that for Coach Evans. He's a great guy, a great coach, and I'm sure they'll bounce back. But Meek going down tonight pretty hard on that one. Cold Springs beating up on Curry, 44-7. The final there. Addison shutting out Decatur Heritage, 57-0, and that's not the only shutout of the night. We also have Northside shutting out Cordova, 42-0. And Patrick, you had said you thought that maybe that one would go a little differently, but unfortunately for the Blue Devils, not so much.
Yeah, I thought that one would be a lot closer, just with how they played against Oakman, and just hearing how with Northside they had so much that they graduated. I felt like it would probably been a little bit more of an even matchup when I was kind of talking with people during the week, and it's hard to win on the road. When you're on the road, it makes it hard, and so hopefully this will be motivation for the Blue Devils for their next matchup.
It's also like we also have to remember these are kids, so it's impossible to predict this stuff. I mean, somebody has a bad day in math class, somebody's girlfriend breaks up with them, and your team can play a whole other way.
Yeah, exactly.
No, obviously that's not a hard and fast rule. There are plenty of kids that can overlook all that.
If it goes that way, some kids will just be motivated and play the
Oh,
opposite.
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of the sport.
Yeah, and that's why it's so rare when you do have a kid that can just shut all that out and just plays the game.
Absolutely.
But it's their kids. You can't always predict what's going to happen.
Well, it's like in our classroom, we're like, man, we've got this great class, and the next day it could be from that great class to that class being a nightmare. It could be both ways.
This is the game we were waiting on to get the final. We finally have it in. Colbert Heights beating Carbon Hill 54-38, and that one is now final. And Sumner Christian finally getting their first technically JV game in of the year. Did not go their way. They were on the road, I believe.
Belgreen,
yeah.
Belgreen, 43-6 in Belgreen's favor there. And yesterday, this game apparently happened last night. We just realized Hackleburg beats up on Lynn 24-13. A close game. I shouldn't say beats up on, but definitely takes the better of Lynn. And that was our Thursday night game. We also have some college football tonight. Auburn is playing Baylor. And last we checked, it was a pretty close game. Let's pull up that score and check that out.
The last score I saw was 38-24 Auburn, and we're going to see if that's
and that's the current score.
Current score 38-24 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. You can catch that on Fox.
And but you better not leave here to go.
Yeah, don't leave here. Don't leave here.
Do that. But so what I'm seeing is that Auburn, they're up by 2 touchdowns, but Baylor's got it 2nd and 10 at Auburn's 37 with 2:43 to go. So it could get interesting there at the end.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
This is an Auburn team coming into the season. There were people saying, look at the schedule. They could go 9-3, compete for a playoff spot. And if they can hold on, starting out the right way for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and Jackson Arnold seems to be putting on a show. I mean, 11-17 for 108 yards. I don't know the last time we've seen that from an Auburn quarterback. And then he's also running as well. 15 carries for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
We also had UAB play last night against Alabama State, and they were able to come back and win 52-42 against Alabama State.
That was a closer game than anybody expected.
Yeah, yeah. So I run the coaches show for UAB.
Oh, wow.
And it'll be interesting. That's all I'll say. But it'll be interesting. They'll tweet in some questions, I'm sure. And you know what? I'll give him credit though. He does not back down from any questions.
Yeah,
he'll like straight up just be like, yeah, that was bad, and we got to fix that, or yeah, that was really good, and props to that guy.
It's a great quality in a coach.
It really is.
I really enjoyed because he was that way even as a player.
Yeah,
I mean, he basically did not hold back any punches, and he tells it like it is.
Yeah.
Another coach that's like that played yesterday as well was Charles Kelly at JSU. They were in that game the whole time. 17-10 was the final over UCF, and so I mean, for his first game as a head coach and coming in there, normally there's a little slow start in that aspect, but they were in it. And Charles Kelly's one of those hard-nosed coaches. We're going to fight until the final whistle, and so I expect JSU. People thought they were going to drop off with Rich Rod leaving. I think they're going to stay and keep the ship leveled.
Yeah. I do. I know Trent Dilfer gets a lot. Is getting a lot of heat right now.
Yes.
And whether that's rightfully so is totally up to you. I don't have much of an opinion, but I do like the way that he answers the media's questions because, I mean, whether it's from a fan or from the media, he does do a good job of just being like, yeah, that that was on me, and if something does go well, he doesn't take credit for it. He will give it to everybody else.
Right.
I do respect that quality in a coach always, and even though that sounds like that should be the standard, it's not always.
Yeah, it's not always, no.
Okay, well, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to go through those scores again. We're going to talk a little bit more about Jasper Sipsey Valley, about our Walker County game of the week as well, Hell County and Oakman, and talk about some of those other games as we do some research too. If you would like to call in, our number is on the screen. Please do so, and we'll be happy to call you if you are watching on Facebook. If you are not, you can call in at 221-2222. We'll be happy to hear you report any scores, or if you got a player you want to shout out, if you have a cheerleader or a band member that just stole the show tonight, call in and brag on them. We'll be happy to hear all about it on the air. And we will be right back on WJLX 1015 in just a moment.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical,
Hyundai, with America's best warranty and Honda voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, and a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
Mouth-watering homemade pizza, ice-cold thirst-quenching beer on tap, and a variety of appetizers to choose from. That's just the beginning of a great evening at the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper. Here at the Pie Factory, we cook your pizza on stone in a traditional pizza oven. We use age-old techniques to make your pizza by hand. Why? Because we believe in taking the care to do things right. We make our sauces in-house every day. We make our dough in-house every day. It was made fresh, it was made today, and it was made for you. At the Pie Factory, 6th Avenue, downtown Jasper.
Looking for your dream car? Head to Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jasper, where incredible deals and unbeatable customer service drive us forward. From the stylish Chevrolet Malibu to the rugged Silverado, we've got the perfect ride for you. Plus, our certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected to meet the highest standards. Visit us today at Carl Cannon Boulevard, just off I-22 in Jasper. Online at carlcannon.com.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty and Honda voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, and a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
Mouth-watering homemade pizza, ice-cold thirst-quenching beer on tap, and a variety of appetizers to choose from. That's just the beginning of a great evening at the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper. Here at the Pie Factory, we cook your pizza on stone in a traditional pizza oven. We use age-old techniques to make your pizza by hand. Why? Because we believe in taking the care to do things right. We make our sauces in-house every day. We make our dough in-house every day. It was made fresh, it was made today, and it was made for you. At the Pie Factory, 6th Avenue, downtown Jasper.
Looking for your dream car? Head to Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jasper, where incredible deals and unbeatable customer service drive us forward. From the stylish Chevrolet Malibu to the rugged Silverado, we've got the perfect ride for you. Plus, our certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected to meet the highest standards. Visit us today at Carl Cannon Boulevard, just off I-22 in Jasper. Online at carlcannon.com.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty and Honda voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, in a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
This is the WJLX Scoreboard Show with Nick Norris and Patrick Hanna, presented by Bevel State Community College, Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, Pie Factory of Jasper, and Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick and GMC.
Welcome back to the WJLX Scoreboard Show on this beautiful football Friday night, where we have all got to be. We are on, but I need to press the button. Where we have all got to be at some live high school football tonight. You scared of the camera there?
No, I just don't want to see myself.
Brian Hell has joined the party.
Look, guys, I can go ahead and tell you, it takes me 30 minutes every day to brush my teeth, because if you look at this, you keep going, ugh. There we go.
Oh, man. Well, we had a lot of great high school football tonight. A lot of our teams in the county had success. And we'll start out with Jasper. We've talked about it at length, but we'll just quickly mention their score again. 62-27 over Sipsey Valley on senior night. Huge night for Lincoln Smothers and Mackay Pledger, as Mackay Pledger ran in 3 different touchdowns.
But now Sipsey Valley started off the game pretty well, though, didn't they?
Yeah,
they did.
Early.
They gave Jasper a scare there to start the game. Jasper just came out a little sloppy. I think all the pregame festivities probably would distract anybody. And they just had to settle in. But once they did, man, they were rolling on all cylinders. Corner beating up on Dora 36-6, and we talked about how that's always a fun game to go to. I had to get a reminder on what the actual name of that rivalry is.
Well, if it's the appropriate one,
yeah,
it's the county line clash. I don't want to get any more than that.
That's what we were trying to remember there. Winston County thumps Meek 46-22, and then of course the game that you guys were at tonight, the Walker County Game of the Week, L County over Oakman 26-22. Brian, I'd love to hear kind of your thoughts on that game tonight.
Well, the one thing that I'll say is, under stress, Oakman has really performed the past couple of weeks to come back under a lot of pressure. They've had a very big lead against them, and they've come back every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Tenacity amounts for something. You've got to wonder, though, when are we going to finally get that big W? And I think it's coming eventually. My whole thing is we don't know what the status of Tyler Thomas is. He went out injured. He was out without pads. That would be a really big blow for the Oakman Wildcats. Obviously, from a leadership standpoint, that's huge. But from a playmaking standpoint, it's humongous. Thoughts and prayers with Tyler.
Absolutely.
And, next week, Oakman, they're taking on Carbon Hill, big county rivalry in Carbon Hill. And I think Carbon Hill fans are thinking, this might be the year that they can upset Oakman. So it's going to be a fun matchup at GW Keith Stadium.
Absolutely. And like we always say, whether it's your home team at home, Jasper's going to be away, or if it's and you don't want to take the travel out to wherever everybody's playing, pick a home game in the county. Go support our local teams, even if it's not a school that you went to or familiar with. Man, it's football. It's fun. A lot of the money goes back to the school, so it's a win-win for everybody. So if you can get out and support a local team, please do it. The kids support it, the families love it, and the schools need it. So
remember how much we miss it during April?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Well, Nick, we were talking about off the air. Jasper's going to be on the road next week, and me and you, we ain't going to know what to do and stuff. So I think we need to go see our friends at Jasper Honda and Hyundai and go rent one of their cars and go and maybe tag along with Brian and Zach for the Walker County Game of the Week and just be able to support some of our county friends.
Absolutely.
Hey, come on up to Curry. They're playing Haleyville next week. That'll be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Put you on at halftime.
Yeah, and we can showcase that Honda or Hyundai that we're driving.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a
yeah.
good idea.
And I think it says that they'll give it to us completely for free.
Yeah. I know some people there that we can tell them, hey, it's part of the advertising.
No, their deals are so good, it's like it's free anyway.
That's
Oh,
right,
wow.
exactly.
All right, Addison over Decatur Heritage, a shutout, 57-0.
Goodness gracious.
And it's only one of 2 shutouts for tonight as Cordova gets shut out 42-0 by Northside.
Ooh.
Yeah, Northside last year, the year before, they were really down. This is the year that the Rams might be coming back and back to their old selves, winning football games.
Absolutely. Well, they made a statement tonight. Colbert Heights over Carbon Hill, 54-38. High scoring game there. And Summoning Christian dropping their first JV game of the week, but thought it'd still be worth mentioning. Belgreen taking that one 43-6. And we have the Auburn game going on right now, and Auburn that game just went final in Auburn's favor, 38-24.
Wow.
Tigers survived to see another day.
Auburn,
That's my Tigers right there.
You an Auburn fan?
I am an Auburn fan, buddy.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. It's like I tell my pastor, I'll be at the altar on Sunday.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know about y'all, but I want fun SEC coaches again. Look at what we got now. We used to have Ed Orgeron, Mike Leach,
Yeah.
Dan Mullen. Now,
Les Miles,
yeah,
Steve Spurrier.
we used to have a whole lot of fun. Now we got Bobby Hill up at Tennessee, and then you got Brian Kelly down there. Looks like a roach just flew in his mouth. I mean, we don't have any fun coaches anymore. Where happened to Orgeron?
Hey, Orgeron
He was actually somewhere doing some speaking.
Yeah. He said he's ready to get back into
Yeah.
coaching. He said his retirement's over already.
Hey, there's a lot of places that would take him.
He does so well recruiting.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
He's one of the best
He
recruiters.
can't. Have I told y'all my Ed Orgeron story?
No.
Oh, please, do.
So I used to be a waiter at J. Alexander's in Hoover. Please sponsor us. They have the money. They should. And SEC Media Days was right across the street, so I would get all the coaches. I waited on Nick Saban, and he was great. He's a great tipper. Waited on Bo Jackson. He was an excellent tipper. And I got to wait on the whole LSU football coaching staff and the players they brought to the Media Days. And Ed Orgeron decided he wanted to order the spinach con queso dip, which is a lot. It's a mouthful already.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know how he talks. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get it."
Go Tigers.
I asked him 4 times, each time getting increasingly more polite. I'm sorry, I've got bad hearing. Can you say that one more time? And finally, one of his coaches, just translated. He was like, he wants the queso dip.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Whenever I come across somebody who's got an accent I can't understand, I'm sorry, I'm just so hard of hearing.
Yeah.
It works every time.
I like to think I'm usually pretty good, but I could not. It's thicker in person somehow than like you hear on TV. It's
I've dealt with him in an SEC Media Days, and all I honestly heard was LSU, Joe Burrow, and that's it. That's all I heard.
No go Tigers at the end?
I was about to say.
No, he didn't holler that.
Wow.
The Nick Saban one's interesting too because a woman that was a little too intoxicated, the only other woman in that restaurant, picked up her cocktail martini, walked it over to him, and started cussing him out. We had to throw her out.
Must have been an Auburn fan.
It was her and her whole family, and the husband and child looked so incredibly upset.
I mean, it would have truly been a die-hard Auburn fan if it wasn't the martini, it was the Tumors Lemonade.
Yeah.
You know?
You could see it in his eyes that like just how often that happens and how much it was just like white noise. Like it was just there, you know. Oh man. Well, let's go.
I got a good Dan Mullen story if y'all want to hear this.
I'd love to.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. Do y'all want to know how Dan Mullen decided he was going to go to the University of Florida?
They took a dump truck full of money into his driveway.
Got something even better. You see, when he was lining all up, he had a lot of different offers coming out of Mississippi State. So he was like, I don't know how I'm going to solve this. I'm going to put all of these names on the dartboard, and I'm just going to pick up the dart, and I'm going to throw it, and wherever it lands is exactly where I'm going to go. Well, he rears back and he throws it and lands in the garbage can, so he's at Florida.
Oh! I take it that you don't like Florida that much.
I can tell you this much right now. There's only one team that I will root for against Tennessee. Excuse me, I will root for, with Tennessee. I will root for Tennessee against Florida. That's it. Then I want to go take a bath after.
What is it about Tennessee? I mean, about Florida in particular? Is it?
I grew up 60 miles from.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Fans.
Yeah.
Because I can pretty much tell you, they are obnoxious to everybody.
You remember how loud that was on social media when Tim Tebow cried at the SEC championship game? That was everywhere.
Gosh, that was yeah.
We made up a special song for that. Footballs were flying and Tebow was crying. It was plenty to cheer.
That was everywhere. That and him getting asked some personal questions like the week before. If you remember that.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, that was that was crazy. That was wild. Interesting dude. If you look into him, he's interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Jasper, once again, 62-27 over Sipsey Valley. Corner over Dora, 36-6. Winston County over Meek, 46-22. Cold Springs over Curry, 44-7. Hale County over Oakman, 26-22. Addison shuts out Decatur Heritage, 57-0. Northside shuts out Cordova, 42-0. And Bell Green beats Sumner Christian, 43-6. And of course, yesterday we had Hackleburg and Lynn, and Hackleburg outlasted Lynn, 24-13 in that one. Okay, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about college football, preview the things going on tomorrow, and talk about all our high school games next week, where everybody's going to be, and preview those games as well when we get back right here on the WJLX Scoreboard Show.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty, and Honda, voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, and a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
Mouth-watering homemade pizza, ice-cold thirst-quenching beer on tap, and a variety of appetizers to choose from. That's just the beginning of a great evening at the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper. Here at the Pie Factory, we cook your pizza on stone in a traditional pizza oven. We use age-old techniques to make your pizza by hand. Why? Because we believe in taking the care to do things right. We make our sauces in-house every day. We make our dough in-house every day. It was made fresh, it was made today, and it was made for you. At the Pie Factory, 6th Avenue, downtown Jasper.
Looking for your dream car? Head to Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jasper, where incredible deals and unbeatable customer service drive us forward. From the stylish Chevrolet Malibu to the rugged Silverado, we've got the perfect ride for you. Plus, our certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected to meet the highest standards. Visit us today at Carl Cannon Boulevard, just off I-22 in Jasper. Online at carlcannon.com.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty, and Honda, voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, and a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
Mouth-watering homemade pizza, ice-cold thirst-quenching beer on tap, and a variety of appetizers to choose from. That's just the beginning of a great evening at the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper. Here at the Pie Factory, we cook your pizza on stone in a traditional pizza oven. We use age-old techniques to make your pizza by hand. Why? Because we believe in taking the care to do things right. We make our sauces in-house every day. We make our dough in-house every day. It was made fresh, it was made today, and it was made for you. At the Pie Factory, 6th Avenue, downtown Jasper.
Looking for your dream car? Head to Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jasper, where incredible deals and unbeatable customer service drive us forward. From the stylish Chevrolet Malibu to the rugged Silverado, we've got the perfect ride for you. Plus, our certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected to meet the highest standards. Visit us today at Carl Cannon Boulevard, just off I-22 in Jasper. Online at carlcannon.com.
This is the WJLX Scoreboard Show with Nick Norris and Patrick Hanna, presented by Bevel State Community College, Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, Pie Factory of Jasper, and Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick and GMC.
And welcome back to the WJLX Scoreboard Show. And we are here to talk a little bit more about high school football. We're going to very quickly go over those scores again, and then we're going to look at next week's games coming up. Those scores are Jasper over Sipsey Valley 62-27, Corner beats Dora 36-6, Winston County over Meek 46-22, and Cold Springs beats Curry 44-7. Our Walker County game of the week was Hell County and Oakman. Hell County took that one 26-22. Addison shuts out Decatur Heritage 57-0, and Northside shuts out Cordova 42-0. Belgreen beats SCS in a JV matchup 43-6, and last night Hackleburg outlived Lynn 24-13. Now let's look ahead to next week, gentlemen, if you don't mind. Our Jasper Vikings are going to be on the road for their first road game of the year, heading to Decatur. Excited about that one. I've already got the next week's game graphic ready. So I've been working ahead with the long weekend coming up. And Carbon Hill will be back at home hosting Oakman.
That'll be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It will, very much, and a region game as well.
I was supposed to say, isn't that Jasper Decatur a region too?
It is. Yes, it'll be Jasper's first region
A
game.
lot of teams starting off region play. This is important for the playoffs. You start off this week 3 and try to be successful.
That's right. It looks like every one of our schools on this list is going to have a region game this week. Cordova is going to be hosting Hamilton. That will also be a region game, of course. See if they can bounce back after that ugly loss tonight, and I'm sure they will. Curry is going to be hosting Haleyville for a region game. That'll be a good game. And Dora is going to be hosting Fayette County, also trying to bounce back after a tough week this week. Oatman on the road to play Carbon Hill in a region matchup. And then, of course, Simmons Christian has changed. I'll have to pull theirs up in just a moment as they were playing a JV schedule. I actually think they may not have a game next week.
I was supposed to say, I think they had a bye after the first one.
I know they also had some games canceled.
Yeah, I think they had one with Carbon Hill that was canceled this week.
Yeah, so I think that is in flux at the moment. Guys, out of all those games, which ones are you most looking forward to?
I would say, to me, I think the Carbon Hill Oakman is going to be a good matchup there because, I know it doesn't really kind of show in the scores, but Carbon Hill's got a really, really good offense. And, I mean, they've been able to kind of put points on the board, and, it's just kind of right there at the end. It's just like I feel that the other teams just kind of get things and, they can't really kind of hit the red zone very well. But, I have faith in DJ Emerson. He's a good friend of mine, and I really do feel that this could be the year that he could possibly maybe upset the Wildcats. What do you think, Zach?
I completely agree with you. This is a team, Dayton Miller at quarterback has been a fantastic move. I mean, he's done fantastically.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the defense hasn't really held up. But with Oatman, we don't know how Tyler Thomas is going to be. Is he going to play? Is he at 100%? Is he out? We don't know.
Right.
And so if he doesn't play or if he's not at 100%, that takes down the biggest part of that Oatman offense. And Carbon Hill's going to have a chance with the way they score to win that one.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you something else, another game that I'm looking forward to. It's our game of the week, Haleyville and Curry. Haleyville, we don't know how they're going to be this year. I've heard that they're going to be good. I've heard they're going to be really bad. Then you got a Curry team, they're 1-1.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Carbon Hill. They've looked really good. The triple options worked. So I think Curry's got a chance.
I just love whenever anybody just goes out and does, the triple option or she'll run.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Just something different. I love it. Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, absolutely.
And too, for defensive coaches, it's something that you don't see every week. So you really have to do your homework to be able to see what works best. A lot of them try to go into a 4-4 set and having those two outside linebackers as hangers to be able to kind of watch the blind side and be able to kind of watch the quarterback if he was to keep it on the strong side, because that's something that's very hard to defend.
Yeah, we played a couple teams actually that ran the triple option just because 1A ball, you get, you got to start getting, you got to start scheming around. And as a defensive end, I loved it because it meant either I was going to have a really great night or a really bad night. So, but I would go in optimistic, like, okay, I'm going to have a ton of tackles for losses tonight, But I would love to run the triple option as an offense. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's one game you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm going to be a homer. I am looking forward to seeing how Jasper does against Decatur in that first region game. I'm not sure that I will be at that game, but I will definitely be tuned in watching our live stream, which you can watch at the WJLX Facebook page, as well as our Walker County Game of the Week that you can also stream on Facebook, the WJBE 88.5, also on the radio. You can listen there as well. So I'm going to check out both of those. If I don't go to the Jasper game, I'm probably going to pick a local team and go watch somebody for the first half before we head back here and get ready for our show tonight. So and like we said, and like we say multiple times every show, go out and support one of these teams. Go out and support a school, and it means a lot to the kids when they look into the stands and there's people there.
Exactly.
Tonight we had an amazing crowd at Jasper, and it makes it so much more fun when there are people there, joining in society and having human connections.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have a lot of places like that anymore.
And high school football and even middle school football, to a point, it can be a social gathering of people that don't see each other except on Friday nights. And it's a great atmosphere.
I always run into so many people that I wouldn't see anywhere else. I'm like, I'm so glad that I came to this and got to sit down and talk to somebody,
Well, it was like tonight when I finished on air with Woody, went out there to be able to set everything up. And the thing that I really kind of like, and I don't know how you feel about it, but my students seeing me outside of the classroom, they're like, "You're here?" I'm like, I do have a life. I do get to leave the school and stuff. Yeah, exactly. They're like, "You get to leave the school?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Well, it makes you feel good too when they're excited to see you.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not just forced to like me. They
Exactly. I was like, well, I must not have really made that kid that mad when I had to get on to him.
You're lovable enough that they get over it. Right?
I try to be. I try to be. My whole philosophy is I try to show them grace first, because none of us are perfect, and mistakes are our best teaching tool.
Absolutely. That's great advice. Well, guys, I don't know if you've heard, but it is week 1 of college football this week.
Yes.
So let's go through some of the games we've seen already. We'll talk about some of the big games this weekend. Maybe get some predictions if we feel like it. We'll talk about some too. Some games we already had. Last night we had Illinois beating Western Illinois 52-3. That was our first game with a ranked team for this week that we saw. We also saw UAB play last night. Edge out a win over Alabama State. Auburn played tonight and got that win over Baylor, as we've talked about already. Let's see. Okay. Thursday, Boise State lost to South Florida. Bad.
That one was the big shocker to me.
Yeah, 34-7.
I mean, I knew that Boise was going to have a drop-off, but not that bad of a drop-off.
Yeah, well, they came in. They were still ranked. They were 25th, but they were in the top, the AP top 25.
I'm going to say this, and I might be wrong. South Florida could have a really good team this year. I mean, we're looking at who's going to be that group of 5 team that makes the playoffs. Why not South Florida? I mean, the American Conference is wide open. Who else is good? I mean, Boise we thought was going to be the team. Apparently not.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan Mullen taking over at UNLV, but his first game, they nearly lost to Idaho State. So
they really, really struggled against them. Like, I literally thought that it was going to be a blowout.
Same.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we got the big one right at 11 a.m., the big noon kickoff, I assume, but it's going to be on Fox. So, number 1, Texas. Number 3, Ohio State.
I'm excited to see Arch Manning. I've been waiting to see him in some legit good playing time.
Yeah.
To see if the hype is real.
He's put in that impossible scenario that Tua was put in, where it's like the chance of you ever reaching the hype that was put in front of you is going to be almost an impossible task.
Yeah, because I mean the hype that they got just because of his last name. And he seems to be very chill and just not even really kind of listening to it. Yes, I love that too. I mean, he's locked in, and he's got a great quarterback whisperer in Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't find. I know Lane Kiffin's great, but to me, I think Sark's better.
Oh yeah, Sark would have been the guy at Alabama had Saban retired a year earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We also have Syracuse, Tennessee.
Syracuse could win that game because
Yeah.
Tennessee at quarterback, Nico
Yeah.
Iamaleava, he's gone to UCLA. I mean, they've got a transfer from UCLA.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
traded
Yeah.
quarterbacks. Yeah.
Coming in. So Tennessee, what kind of offense are they going to have? Are they even going to have one? This is an opportunity for Syracuse to get a big win over an SEC program.
Yeah, and Tennessee also ranked, but yeah, they're at 24. So we
Heupel
saw
might run the
25.
ball more than 4 times this
He
year.
might. You know, might actually have-
Yeah.
Old Dominion at Indiana. I know y'all are very excited for that one too.
I mean, I've
Hey,
been
that's
dreaming
my
about
number
that.
one game on there.
Well, I'm a big San Jose State fan myself, so
Oh, yeah.
Nevada at Penn State. Good to see Penn State, the number 2 ranked team currently. Marshall at number 5, Georgia, and then of course we have number 8 Alabama at Florida State.
That one could be interesting. You got on Florida State, you got Gus Malzahn as their offensive coordinator. Gus Malzahn has had a good track record playing against Alabama in that aspect, and he's just focusing strictly on the offensive side of the ball. He doesn't have to worry about the big picture. You got unknown at Alabama with quarterback situation. I think their running back, is out.
Yep, he'll be out until the Georgia game.
Yes.
Cam Miller.
So, I mean, there's a lot of pieces there that kind of play in the favor. And if Florida State can win this, Norval's seat may get a little bit cooler in that aspect.
Yeah.
And if he loses,
If he loses,
a bucket of gasoline poured on.
it's a bucket of gasoline and probably Gus getting promoted.
Hey, Gus could be head coach if he wanted to. Now, I'll say this. Looking at the weather forecast, it's supposed to rain.
The sound of Walker County on 101.5 is WDXB HD.
Oh yeah.
And we'll go ahead on that. Yeah, what the heck.
It's the remix version. They didn't like that, how we were
Yeah,
talking
we
bad
didn't
about
like
it.
that. So it's supposed to rain, and when Alabama plays in the rain, we saw it in their bowl game last year against Michigan. They absolutely deteriorated. 2 years ago against South Florida, they absolutely deteriorated.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they handle it.
I typically say I always like to give coaches 3 years of grace. Their first 2 years. I don't think this applies to Alabama.
No.
Because first of all, there's too much pressure on it, but also everybody came back.
Yeah.
Nobody transferred. Everybody's back, and no other
is
school
the
can
year.
say that.
And that's what I was about to say. I want to say Bama is the only school that didn't have anybody
They are.
transfer out, and they bought in. And DeBoer is a good coach.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree. I think
he's
he
a
is,
very
too.
good coach. But I'm hoping that he doesn't get into that same spot. When Bear Bryant retired, they didn't give anybody a chance after that because it's not the Bear way.
Yeah.
And they're kind of doing the whole same thing with Saban aspect. I think he really needs that 3 to 5 years, but we're living in a society today is what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
They don't care that you have this big contract and the buyout. Prime example is Auburn. We're still playing like 5 different coaches and stuff in that aspect.
Still paying Tuberville, right?
Well, no, since he, I think, went to senator, I don't think they can
Yeah.
pay him anymore
yeah.
and stuff. That would be, or future Governor Tuberville, whichever one it comes to.
I think if Alabama would have had transfers like everybody else, I wouldn't have that same sort of pressure myself on them.
Yeah.
But I think I'm like, I think that's great and
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes.
But now you're really under a microscope.
And they really didn't have a staff turnover. I mean, they had a
Yeah.
change at offensive coordinator, but it's somebody that's been within
Right.
the Boer system.
Yeah, and
so,
it changed for the better, too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really think it's a change for the better. I don't
do
think he was really gelled in the NFL. And you got those guys that, they see, I'm going to go to the NFL because I don't have to worry about the portal. I don't have to worry about any of that aspect. And I don't have to worry about recruiting. And so when he realized that, hey, this isn't a good marriage, comes back, and I feel that the offense will be better, but they've got to be patient. Simpson hasn't had really any live, seemable reps.
Yeah, I agree. I don't need them to come out and look like 2020 Alabama.
I agree. Completely.
I just think that my bar was very low last year with what I would consider a success. Still, obviously, the Vanderbilt game shocked me like it did everybody else.
Oh, gosh.
Don't bring that up.
But I think for me, it's higher than it would be for anybody else's year two.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
saying he's got to go win the national championship, but I feel like, especially in the extended playoff, it'll be a failure if they're not in it and they don't win a game in it.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
standard that everybody's put in there. Look, as an Alabama fan, I'm hoping for a national championship, and you can't help but have that thought in the back
Oh,
of your
yeah.
mind. Hey, there's a chance. There's always a chance. The defense was good last year. You're bringing everybody back. The offense is bound to improve with a new offensive coordinator and a new quarterback. So the expectations are overwhelming this year, and it all starts with game one. You cannot afford to slip up at Florida State, especially a Florida State team that went 2-10 last year.
Yeah.
Nobody has any faith in.
Yeah, I think to me, I will be content if we don't lose any games we're not supposed to lose.
Fair.
And that's a tall task for Alabama, who isn't supposed to lose many games.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Who knows what Georgia's going to be like this year?
I wouldn't bat an eye if we lose that game. I mean, obviously, if we got shut out, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
But like a close loss.
But the trickiest game this year for Alabama is the Iron Bowl at Auburn. That's of any game on the schedule. That's the one that worries me most because every kind of chaos that could ever break loose. That's what happens whenever Alabama goes to Jordan-Hare.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always something crazy. And when Auburn's good, Alabama can't win down there. When Auburn's bad, Alabama barely wins down there. That's usually how it goes.
Look, as an Auburn fan, I'm just hoping we get win number 6. I mean, we haven't had that in a while. I want us to be bowl eligible and go to a bowl game, even if it's the Birmingham Bowl and I can go to it. I mean, something like that.
I'm not a guy that ever wants to call for anybody's job either. I'm not that kind of guy. But it'll be interesting to see if he'll be the head coach at that point, and I think that will correlate with if there's 6 wins at that point or not.
And I think they can listen to the Bama game right here, can't they?
Yes.
Now I got a question for you, Patrick. So let's say this year goes terrible for Auburn. Hugh Freeze gets fired. What would you think if Ed Orgeron was the next head coach?
I'd love that.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love it because our recruiting would continue to go up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would be all for it. I mean, I'll be honest. I was hoping for Freeze, but I also was kind of hoping for Prime.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people were.
For that whole publicity aspect. I know that he hadn't had a chance to, which I think they're still playing right now, aren't they?
I'm looking at the score right now.
Because it was a pretty close game against Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech won 27-20.
But, I mean, pretty good with all they had to replace. I mean, 90% of their offense, went to the NFL.
Yeah. I'll be floored if he's still there after this year. I was shocked he stayed another year after his
I thought
sons
he'd be
left.
at the Dallas Cowboys. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
They've been in the news this week too.
Yeah, they have, and I've worked with some people that are big Cowboys fan, and that I literally thought they were going to faint when the breaking news came that Parsons got traded.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, and what they got back, I'm sitting there going like, Jerry Jones needs to get his hands out of it.
At first I was like, well, maybe if they were doing, which they're not, but maybe if they're doing a rebuild, I don't understand it. Then I was like, no, this trade still doesn't make sense.
No, it does not make sense at all.
Sense, it doesn't work.
Jerry Jones has too much pride to give him a good contract, and so he's going to trade him for. 2 first-round picks is good, but it's not Micah Parsons good.
Yeah, and you got a defensive tackle that has only made like 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah. Well, Jerry even said it himself, like, well, if we end up getting 2 Hall of Famers, then we'll be good, but that's not really likely. Like,
no, it's not.
It's like, well, why'd you do it then?
I mean, it also shows with their new head coach that he's going to be patient with him, which patience in Jerry Jones, doesn't really kind of always go well. But I mean, I'm kind of hyped for Schottenheimer. I mean, look at his background and look at his legacy that he also has with his dad. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's got great offenses, always had top 5, top 10 offenses, but I know himself, he's probably sitting there going like, why?
Yeah.
Why did you make that trade?
Oh, yeah. When he went home and, got in bed with his wife, he was just like, this day was awful.
It's the kind
he probably couldn't even tell you. He's probably still crying.
Yeah.
I mean, the hands-on owner that's just overly, got his hands in everything.
Yeah.
It's only worked once in sports history, right, with George Steinbrenner. Other than that, it's, been terrible.
Yeah. Well, I think that goes for anything. If you got a micromanager, unless it is the, somebody that is absolutely at the top of their game, like a Nick Saban.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One person's vision isn't always the way you want to go when it comes to something that massive,
Because not only being the owner, he's also got the title as president,
GM,
general manager.
Yeah.
I mean,
might as well make himself head coach, right?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's the only thing he's missing is that head coaching title.
And negotiator.
Negotiator. I'd fire him after that.
We also, tomorrow at 2:30 on Fox, we have South Dakota at Iowa State.
Well, that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
At 3 on the Big Ten Network, we have Montana State at Oregon, number 7 Oregon. On ESPN Plus, Illinois State at Oklahoma. That's also on the SEC Network. Long Island University at Florida.
at
God, like
6.
home of the Sharks.
Home of the Sharks. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know they had a football team, but
they have their mascot.
Did they have the Jaw theme song as they come
that would
out,
be
run
so
out of the
great.
tunnel? That would be awesome.
that would be great.
That's their mascot. They got the shark there. ESPN Plus at 6, we have North Dakota at number 17, Kansas State. And at 6 on ESPN, we have UTSA at number 19, Texas A&M. 6:30, number 9, LSU at number 4, Clemson.
Man, that's going to be a
Battle of the
fun.
Tigers,
yes.
Battle of the Death Valleys.
Especially with all the talking in the offseason, Brian Kelly saying, that's not the real Death Valley. Clemson's not the real Death Valley.
Yes.
Why would you say that?
Yeah.
I mean,
got
you
to go
add
there
the
over
fuel
season.
to the fire.
Why would you do that? And I mean, I'm not trying to make a prediction, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Clemson's going to beat the brakes off of it. That's my prediction. Write it down.
I don't know.
Write it down.
It's going to beat the stripes off of that
Beat
tiger.
the stripes off the tiger, yeah.
It's two coaches that, for lack of a better word, they kind of have both been doubted a lot in these big games lately. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on that one on top. New Mexico at Michigan. That same time, 6:30. Arkansas Pine Bluff at number 23, Texas Tech.
That might be a good game.
I know, yeah, that might be a good game right there.
Georgia State at number 21, Ole Miss at 6:45. At 8 o'clock, we've got East Texas A&M at number 16, SMU. And then to round out the day, we have Northern Arizona at number 11, Arizona State. And we have some Sunday football games as well. Quickly, Virginia Tech at number 13, South Carolina. And number 6, Notre Dame at number 10, Miami.
Miami. Hey, that's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I think Miami will win. I mean, who's Notre Dame's quarterback? I've never heard of him. Like redshirt freshman or whatever. I mean, they've got a good running back in Jeremiah Love, but this is a Miami team breaking in Carson Beck.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
quarterback,
Carson
Georgia
Beck's going to be the
transfer.
key.
Yeah.
So I think the Hurricanes are set
And
for success.
that's South Carolina and Virginia Tech. I think it's what you said. That one could be a pretty good one as well. I mean, because South Carolina's coming off one of their better seasons that they've had.
Yeah.
You know, Beamer ball going up against,
right.
you know, going
There's a
up
lot
against.
of expectations in going up to Virginia Tech.
Yeah. I mean, the Beamers, they're associated with Virginia Tech. I mean, the legacy there.
I always forget that week 1 we do have college Sunday football before the NFL takes it over.
And then on Monday night, I know it's not a ranked game, but still interesting. TCU and North Carolina, considering it's Bill
Belichick's
debut.
first game. Yes.
Yeah. You think we'll see her on the sideline?
Oh, well, I mean, they kind of got a bunch of trademarks and stuff for her, and also.
I think they should. I think they should
trademarked it.
I think they should embrace it.
Yeah, I think they should.
They should give her a headset.
Give her a headset. She could be the water girl and stuff, and all that aspect.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like
let her call some plays.
Yeah, she might have her own short sleeve hoodie.
That would genuinely be great.
If she walks out there in a short sleeve hoodie, I'm gonna die.
That would be the Halloween costume of the year. Every couple would have the matching. Yeah, that would be it.
And if that happens, we would need to get a graphic or something of it, and that could be our new scoreboard show.
Well, let's quickly go back over these high school scores again. If you are happening to just join us, Jasper over Sipsey Valley, 62-27. Corner beating Dora, 36-6. Winston County over Meek, 46-22. Cold Springs over Curry, 44-7. Hale County over Oakman, 26-22. Addison beating Decatur Heritage, shutting them out, 57-0. Northside shutting out Cordova, 42-0. Corbett Heights beating Carbon Hill, 54-38. And Belgreen beating SCS in a JV game, beating the Eagles 43-6. And of course, last night we also had Hakelberg beating Len 24-13. Let's take another break. When we come back, we will wrap it up. Unless we may try to get somebody on the phone. We'll see. Let's see if we can make a call. It's a little late, but I'm sure there's some coaches awake.
Oh, it's just 11:15. Not still young.
Yeah, that's right. We got 3 more hours.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's take a break. We'll decide what we're going to do when we come back right here on the WJLX Scoreboard Show.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty, and Honda, voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, and a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
Mouth-watering homemade pizza, ice-cold thirst-quenching beer on tap, and a variety of appetizers to choose from. That's just the beginning of a great evening at the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper. Here at the Pie Factory, we cook your pizza on stone in a traditional pizza oven. We use age-old techniques to make your pizza by hand. Why? Because we believe in taking the care to do things right. We make our sauces in-house every day. We make our dough in-house every day. It was made fresh, it was made today, and it was made for you. At the Pie Factory, 6th Avenue, downtown Jasper.
Looking for your dream car? Head to Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jasper, where incredible deals and unbeatable customer service drive us forward. From the stylish Chevrolet Malibu to the rugged Silverado, we've got the perfect ride for you. Plus, our certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected to meet the highest standards. Visit us today at Carl Cannon Boulevard, just off I-22 in Jasper. Online at carlcannon.com.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Mouth-watering homemade pizza, ice-cold thirst-quenching beer on tap, and a variety of appetizers to choose from. That's just the beginning of a great evening at the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper. Here at the Pie Factory, we cook your pizza on stone in a traditional pizza oven. We use age-old techniques to make your pizza by hand. Why? Because we believe in taking the care to do things right. We make our sauces in-house every day. We make our dough in-house every day. It was made fresh, it was made today, and it was made for you. At the Pie Factory, 6th Avenue, downtown Jasper.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty, and Honda, voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, and a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
Looking for your dream car? Head to Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jasper, where incredible deals and unbeatable customer service drive us forward. From the stylish Chevrolet Malibu to the rugged Silverado, we've got the perfect ride for you. Plus, our certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected to meet the highest standards. Visit us today at Carl Cannon Boulevard, just off I-22 in Jasper. Online at carlcannon.com.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty, and Honda, voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, and a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
This is the WJLX Scoreboard Show with Nick Norris and Patrick Hanna, presented by Bevel State Community College, Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, Pie Factory of Jasper, and Carl Cannon Chevrolet Buick and GMC.
And we are back with the Scoreboard Show. I'm Patrick Hanna, joined by Nick Norris and Zach McCullough. Guys, let's have some final thoughts as we get ready to wrap it up here for tonight. What's something that you're looking forward to for next week?
Well, I mean, next week, looking at our game of the week on WJB, Haleyville and Curry. Don't know what kind of team Haleyville's going to have. Curry, last week against Carbon Hill, they looked great. This week against Cold Springs, not so much. So we'll see how they bounce back from that loss. And then over with Carbon Hill Oakman, can Oakman bounce back from this loss? Is Tyler Thomas healthy? Does Carbon Hill keep going what they have on offense? Past 2 weeks, the Carbon Hill offense has not been bad at all. So there's a couple of interesting matchups here in Walker County that we're going to have to look out for.
Yeah, that's something that I'm really looking forward to that as well. And on the home network of 101.5 WJLX with the Jasper Vikings hitting the road to go to Decatur. Nick, what's your thoughts about that one?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the guys are able to do in that first sort of region game. Everything we've seen so far has been pretty excellent, and it's really set the bar pretty high. I mean, we've had two very dominant games go in favor of the Jasper Vikings. So, I hope we continue to see that, but I think at some point they're going to come across a little bit of a higher level of competition, and I think that they're going to be tested. And I'm excited for when that happens, to see these guys when things, we've seen it a little bit when things don't quite go their way and they've been able to bounce back. When that comes like a prolonged thing, when they are in a true battle, how are these guys gonna react and retaliate? And I think the way that Coach Reeves has got them set up, man, I think they're going to do just great. And I can't wait to kind of see that maybe this week. Hopefully it's a blowout, but either way, I mean, I know that these guys are going to be successful, so I'm excited to see kind of what that matchup looks like.
Well, and with it being the first region game, it's also going to be the first road game, road test, so you got to have that mindset. You're going on the road, and so hopefully Jasper's been known to travel very well, be faithful and be able to go. So I encourage you to be faithful and go, or if you decide that you don't want to travel that far, support one of the local teams that are going to be coming along as well. That's going to be here. Check out the game of the week. You got Oakman, Carbon Hill playing each other. So there's going to be a lot of good football and all for this upcoming week. And, we had a great week this week with things. And so, we love to be able to talk this with you as well. So, give us a call next week. And we would love to be able to talk these games and stuff with you. We got the live stream and stuff going. I haven't been able to check the comments to see if anybody had any questions or any shout outs and stuff on there.
Yeah, we should definitely keep an eye on that next time. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, if you ever do want to call in 221-2222, pretty easy number to remember.
Yeah, a lot of twos in there.
A lot of twos
in there.
You only got to figure out the placement of 1-1, and it's the third number. So 221-2222. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. And it doesn't have to. It doesn't. My fiance, for example, she was like, I really want to call in, but I don't know what to ask. And I was like, just call in. Like, we'll just talk. It doesn't even have to be high school football. We'll talk college football, or like I said, if you got a son or daughter that is on either the team or the band or the cheer squad, and you want to shout them out. We love to just support the community and highlight the community, and that's what this show and really what this whole station is about. So any call is a good call, I say, with hesitation.
Well, Nick, I'm checking the live feed right now, and our good friend Trent Kennedy up there with Curry says that he has invited all of us to come up to Travis Hudson Stadium in Curry next Friday night and watch the Jackets play Haleyville to start area play, that we're going to bounce back next week, and he gives credit to Cold Springs for playing a good game and being a great 2A school. And they just completely just had us outsized, but he has invited us to be able to come up to Curry. So I love the invitation.
I'll be there, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, Zach and Brian will be there. So, Nick, we've got an invite there.
Well, that's really kind, and we appreciate that message entirely. But we also appreciate just the community welcoming this station so much this year. I mean, I feel like the station has really taken a big step in becoming a more integral part of the community, and we absolutely will take you up on your invitation. Thank you, and we are absolutely sure also that y'all will bounce back. It's going to be a great game, so I'm excited to check that out. Yeah,
and we also had 700 views and a lot of positive comments about the show, and a couple of shares as well.
Awesome, very good. Well, good deal. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening. We went over a little bit over an hour, which we usually shoot for about an hour, but we got a little carried away with the college football. But that's okay. It was fun to talk to.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
I enjoyed it. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Zach, thank you.
Out.
Thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
thanks for coming in.
Yeah, come in every week.
Hey,
You got an open invitation, man. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah, we can extend it to hour and a half, 2 hours, as long as the boss man's okay with it.
6 hours. We'll just go till the morning guys come in.
He might have a thing on his phone, an app and stuff, and he might cut us off there.
We need to rename the show the night crew.
That's right, the night crew.
Yeah, the graveyard shift. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening, for tuning in if you are watching on the Facebook page or if you're listening on the radio, and thank you for those that did call in. We had a few call in off the air. Stefan, I know, was one who called in for some scores. That's the other thing. Call in, we'll give you score updates. We mentioned our Walker County team, so we have access to every score. So we're happy to feed you those if you are hungry for them. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you everyone for listening, and thank you to all our awesome sponsors for helping us put this on the air. We appreciate that, and we can't wait for some more football here come Friday. Guys, anything?
Great day of football, man.
Great day.
It's
yeah.
back. It was a long summer, long spring. I mean, I was just suffering with withdrawals the whole off season. Now it's back.
It's interesting, and not to keep rambling, but we've known each other for a few years now, and I've seen you kind of grow from a kid, now to a man, and your passion for football has only grew, which is awesome, and your knowledge too, man. You're very knowledgeable. Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody, and we will see you next week right here on the WJLX Scoreboard Show.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty and Honda voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to
The sound of Walker County on 101.5 is WDXB HD3 Pelham, W286BM Jasper, an iHeart radio station. Listen on the free iHeart radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. The sound of Walker County on 101.5 is WDXB HD3 Pelham, W286BM Jasper, an iHeart radio station. Listen on the free iHeart radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
So lately, been wondering